do all classes. But then again, like you had mentioned earlier, motor, like you know, is a little bit unpredictable. So we try not to light the mass market motor, because what then it means, you open your doors to walk in. And the process of know your customer is not there. So we work with the motto which gravitate around the businesses we light, the corporates we light. And the individuals surrounding them, the staff, the people we can be able to talk with, work with them, and not walk in, walk out. Okay? So that's why if you are to look at how our motor has been operating, it has been profitable. But then again, it only contributes allowed 20% of our total book. So it is really not our leading class. And it's not accidental, it's very, very intentional. We try to keep it low so that even if it was to misbehave, it is
the
still...
The impact is not that.
Yeah. Our major classes is fire, which is, and engineering classes, because we are very heavy in the construction, engineering classes. So in the, what we call all the constructions within the lobby and surrounding, we are very heavy in it. So construction, the fires, the businesses, factories, all those, corporates like Kwale Sugar, all those, we are very heavy in those. Simply because it's where we can add value. Other than issuing the policy document, what other value additions can we assess our client with? So we always go looking out for those clients who are willing to work with us, to partner, and to improve both businesses. And then when you are with them, they also introduce us to
your other customers.
Yeah. It can only be good for this market, simply because it will weed out non-serious players. So that if you have to be in this business, you must, from the shareholder to the director, be part and parcel of your business. You must be keen interest of how it is growing. Simply because not doing so, you'll be called upon to dig deep in your pockets as a shareholder. So it's a call up to the shareholders that going forward, you really have to know what kind of directors you have appointed to assist the management, and are they doing their job, and is the business headed. So we see when it becomes really operational, shareholders through the AGM paying, even for private companies, very keen interest in the direction the business is taking. They will be very keenly be looking at what kind of earning potential does their business have other than the top line. I think we have serious players who are struggling with that, the current threshold of 100%. So I think it was more or less trying to give them time to cash up. But then the question is, where that leaves the intended. Yes, it was.
It was.
Up to around April, when all the developers adapted a wait and see. So what is continuing is what had already started. But new projects by developers, private developers, have come to a standstill. So if what they are doing is the paperwork, but to start, if all goes well, after August. Because we are very well attuned to. So we asked them, what happened? You used to give us about two, three new projects every month. No, it's still there, but everything has come to. So
So it has
which makes
a lot
sense.
to do with the political.
It's basically political. So the political really is not assisting, and especially with all this noise about land, blah 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 blah. So the question is, do I want to?
Is it still worth it?
Will it still be worth it? Yeah.
Now,
So the potential is still there, but any reasonable developer is basically continuing with what was already learning. New projects, you see an uptick from September, depending on how we play our politics. First, we work hand in hand with our clients. We don't pursue. For us, relationship is key. So, where our technology comes in to assist is on the interconnectivity. Interconnecting those clients, our branches, with the head office, to ensure that everything is so efficient that the turnaround is very quick. Our kind of clients, the corporate clients, are not where you would give them a portal and they'll be giving you that information. Because for them, their business is not insurance. So when you give them a portal, you tell them to go and complete a 3-page. That is not there. What they expect from us is to appoint for them a risk manager. Go sit with them, go survey their factory, tell them what they need to do. Okay? Talk with them, work with them, educate them. Okay? The portals, the platforms are very good for the mass market, where you are telling those guys, don't come to me, don't talk to me.
I'm too busy.
So it has its role, but the question is, depending on. So when we are talking with people like Nakumat, who are our clients, when people like Westgate, people like Village Market, and you give them a portal, then you have really disconnected. They expect you, when they have an issue, for one of your senior manager or risk manager to be with them immediately. Yeah. And that's how we've been with them for very many years. Yeah. Yeah. So, but the portals, all those, they have their uses. And this is on the mass market. But it's an area where we are really not an expert in. Yeah. I can give you a case in point. What right now is being sold as marine is not marine. When are people going for the marine certificate, to buy the marine certificate? When your container is already at the port.
So you have not covered anything. It should be before
But because you can't get it out, and you're being told you need, then you can't. But it has already arrived. So is that marine? Marine is supposed to be from the initial warehouse.
If it happens, anything happens in the sea to the warehouse.
Yeah. So this is now where we are working with our clients. Has your goods already arrived? Yes.
Yeah, because otherwise they are not they insured at the warehouse for 3 days.
So if I've not been insuring this cargo all the way from when it left Japan, 3 months at sea, I'm only now taking it from the port. And even you want it immediately from the port, outside the port. From there, you say you don't want insurance. Is that money?
Basically, what they're doing is issuing certificates.
So you tell your client, that is, I'll charge you cover from there too, but it's not money. Then I'll customize it for you. And we agree what name we are going to give it. So I don't raise your expectation. We are not covered before. And I'm coming in from here. Do you want it from here to your warehouse, or do you want it from here to outside the port? You get? So it's not really when you come here, you say you want money, we give you money. We have to ask you, hey, Mr. Olo, what is your first name? Why do you want it? Is it because of the bank? Is it because of the... Then we understand. If it's also unprofessional to charge you for a lease which has already expired. Yeah. But then again, we are fortunate, we work with clients who talks to us. And we agree about to talk to them. In 5 years, we want to be a little Pan-African player. We want to be in Uganda. We want to be in DRC, Congo, and probably one of the East and Central African country. In Kenya, currently we have a market share of 3%. We want to have increased that to about 7-8%. Doing the same strategy, following the same strategy, we want to have moved our position from number 13 to below 10, to be among the top 10. We have never had the strategy of being
the largest.
No, we don't want to go there. We know what happens when you are there. Our aim is to be, in the next 5 years, to be amongst the top 10. And again, always maintaining to be amongst the top 3 profitable book. So with the coming in of the bank, there will be, of course, the strategic synergies. It's not like we'll be picking everything from the bank. Remember, like, the business which will be good for the bank may not be necessarily good for us. But we'll be working with them as to where else they can place that. There are always people with appetite for even the bad risks. So for us, is regionally, we want to have set up footprint in 2-3 other regions outside Kenya. And then also, again, because we are in Mombasa and we are in Eldoret, which are very big markets for us, then we want to start pig-leading and moving slowly with the bank's expansion so that we can be able to give it support, the support it requires. And then also, again, we can then be able to operate in that region as Mayfair, not as Mayfair Bank, not as Mayfair Insurance, but as a Mayfair brand. So that's why we had put brakes on our local regional expansion. So we decided, let's wait for the bank so that we can, all of us strategically be agreeing in which other area do we need to go and why. Simply because also the strategic direction for the bank is also not a mass player, it will also be a corporate player. It's also again to give those clients who have been with us also a solution for their banking needs. Yeah. Given that they know us, they trust us.
And they like your business model, and they ask you, and you hear their problems with the other players, the other partners that are dealing with in the banking sector. So for us, it was just, I would call it, it was coming. So it's only that we have to, bureaucratically, it has taken a little bit long.